Zwift. Weighed in, a little heavy today, carved up yesterday. But I'll drop a lot of weight throughout the day, but this is the weight I'm going to put into Zwift right here, 191.8. Getting ready to go do this indoor Everest. Keep you guys updated.
Seb decided he was going to do, he's never rode Zwift before. He just created his account today. He decided he was going to do 10,000 feet of climb in 100 miles, and he did it. He's never ridden that far before, and he did it on that Stages bike. So kudos to Seb. And he helped me a lot so far. I'm at 87 and a half miles, 20,800 feet climbed. I just summited this bad boy. 7 hours, 53 minutes. Laying it down, bro. I'm gonna get sub 12 hours. And as long as, you know, I don't cramp up or something, but this is a little easier than a regular Everest. I think it's because there is some tiny bit of elevation gain on the descent, so that might be helping. I think I'm gonna end up at about 8,500 to 9,500 kilojoules, and my typical other Everests are 10.5. I also think it's because these are super steep climbs, so that's part of it too. Anyway, we're crushing it. 20 feet. What? There it is. Doesn't say Everest did. There it is. Boom! Woo! 11 hours, 7 minutes. I gotta stop this. That's the fastest time I'll ever get.
Good morning. Wanted to talk about the virtual Everest real quick. So obviously I completed it. A couple of things. It was much easier than the regular Everest I've done. A few things. So number one, you don't ever have to get off your virtual bike. My total time was 11 hours, 8 minutes. My ride time was like 11 hours and 7 minutes. I think I took 1 minute and 4 seconds of breaks, and that was because I'd like get off the bike to pee while the guy was coasting down, and then he'd hit a hill that would stop him. So that happened a couple times. So that makes it way easier. You can fill your bottles, you can go pee, you can do all that while your virtual guy is coasting down the hill. That's one thing. The other thing is, I picked a hill where my total distance was only like 125 miles. So that made it way easier, because what I learned, all my other Everests have been over 200 miles, 230 miles one of them was, and they were all like 10,000 kilojoules or more total energy. And so the other thing is, the shorter the Everest you do, the less kilojoules it'll be. This one was only like 8,000. Then as it gets shorter like that, you can really raise the amount of power up that you can do, because it's a shorter period of time. It's like 11 hours. It's not as bad to put out a couple hundred watts for 11 hours versus, you know, 15. That mark right there. And that's what I think makes Everest so hard, is that the difference between, you know, riding 8 or 9 hours or 15 hours is huge. So if you can hang tough for that period of time, then you're good to go. So that made it much easier. One thing I had difficulty with was the virtual wheel slip. So on some of those big climbs, the 14% and stuff, you stand up to start climbing, and the Tax Neo 2 is gives you that virtual wheel slip. So my opinion of the trainer's still poor. Had a lot of negative feedback from people about the Tax Neo 2, and I'm not here to slam it, but I'll just say that I've been through 3 models. All of them read 10% lower than 4 different power meters from 3 different brands. So those 4 power meters from 3 different brands, they all agree with each other, but within 3%. The Tax Neo 2 disagrees by 10 to 12% from those meters. And the virtual, that combined with the virtual wheel slip, I don't recommend buying Tax Neo 2. I'm making it work because they won't take it back. Anyway, so the virtual Everest is still extremely hard. Don't get me wrong. Like 201 watts for 11 hours, and that's average power. So that includes the coasting time, which means I'm pushing like 240 to 260 up the hill during the ride time. It's tough. But dude, it was so awesome. I had a lot of people from Life Cycle come ride with me in the morning. My mom, my 65-year-old mom, came and rode because we had spin bikes where I was doing it at for like 4 hours, dude. Just smashed it. Sev came and rode with me. He's never rode on Zwift before. His first Zwift ride. Look at these guys, dude. Get down. His first Zwift ride was 100 miles and 10,000 feet of climb. Then Tyler comes on and rides with me. He had to do like 4-hour ride. Super encouraging. We smashed it. Kevin Van Der End came on and rode with me. It was awesome, dude. All the guys from the Yosemite cycling camp got on and rode with me, and dude, just an amazing day. Super hard, but if you can mentally get through riding on a trainer, which I'm used to it because I coach 7 days a week usually indoors, spinning class. So I'm on my trainer, on my bike. Most of the time I'm riding indoors. So it's, I'm used to it. It's like you put someone in prison and pretty soon they get used to it. So I'm used to riding indoors. So the virtual Everest 11 hours on the trainer wasn't anything miserable to me. I enjoyed it. Virtual Everest is the way to go. Just get a nice steep hill and smash it, and then get off the bike while your bike's coasting down the hill. It'll be super fast. Anyway, that was my 4th Everest. This season's gonna be sweet. I'll try to start posting some more videos on YouTube, although I'm not like really creative. My videos aren't cool. It's just me talking. So I'm more gonna try and move to like doing an Instagram story or whatever. But then the problem with that is no one wants to watch a 6-minute one video Instagram story. So anyway, let me know what you guys want to see. The plans for this year coming up are Race Across the West 2020. That's in June. Then 24-hour World Time Trial Championships again, and also possible 4-man team with a couple of guys, a few other guys that are really good ultra racers, racing Hoodoo 500, Race Across Oregon, and Silver State 508. If that doesn't end up happening, then I'll solo the 508 again. The 508's now the National Ultra Endurance Championship race, so it'd be cool to win that again. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see you guys.